bees and honey, they're pretty tight to say the least. Hello name nerds, my name is Patrick and welcome to Fun with First Names, where each week we look into the meaning, origin and some extra fun facts behind one specific first name. And this week we are looking into the first name of Melissa. But before we continue, I want to say a huge thanks to my latest patrons and super thanks leavers. So huge thank you to new patron Raz Madari, and thank you to super thanks leavers Jose Alberto Perez Avalos and Dasta. Thank you guys so much. Patreon is the best way to help support Name Explain. $1 a month gets you ad-free videos, exclusive content, a chance to say what names I explain, and your name at the end of these videos. There'll be a link down below. And if you want to just make a one-time donation, leave a super thanks down in the comments below of any of these videos. That helps out massively. Thank you. Anyway, on with today's name of Melissa, and last time I asked you guys to leave animal-based name suggestions, and Melissa was one of those, which kind of confused me. Like, when I thought about animal names, I thought it'd be things like Robin or Bear, because I know they're kind of popular animal names, but Melissa, like, I don't know any animal that has a name that sounds like Melissa, so what animal does the name Melissa come from then? Well, quite unexpectedly, the name Melissa means bee. Like, you know, bees, not the letter B, the little buzzy bees. That's the animal it comes from. Who knew? This name comes to us via the Greek language, where in Greek, Melissa is literally just their word for bee. Like, if they saw a little bee buzzing around, they'd be like, oh look, it's Melissa. I don't think they'll know the bee personally, or maybe they do. If you're a Greek beekeeper, you should name some of your bees Melissa or something. But I guess you're already calling them Melissa. As to why bees are called Melissa in Greek, well, it all has to do with the Greek word for honey. The Greek word for honey is meli, and you can easily see how that became Melissa. As to why they name bees after honey, like, you guys know the reason for that, right? Like, bees and honey, they're pretty tight to say the least. And of course, there's a Greek myth relating to this name as well. In the Greek myths, there was a nymph called Melissa, and she is the one who gave honey to the gods and showed us how to use honey. Honey's like quite a big deal in Greek mythology. Often gets confused with like nectar and ambrosia, which are the food and drink of the gods. Sometimes they're seen as the same thing, sometimes not. This is a massive tangent, but I know someone's going to be asking about it down in the comments below. But yeah, you've got ambrosia, honey and nectar, and they're kind of the same thing, but also not the same thing. I know, but basically the gods liked honey, basically. And the gods loved honey so much, they named the animal that made honey after this nymph, so they named the little bees Melissa. And I believe they gave the nymph a stinger as well. That when she'll die, she used this stinger, which is like bees themselves. I think this nymph might have been a bee as well. I'm not entirely sure. The Greek myth's kind of up for interpretation. I think in some interpretations she's literally a bee. In other interpretations she's more nymphy, I suppose. But the reason we use the Greek name for bees as a name for people in English doesn't seem to be too clear. It could just be an ode to the Greek myths. There's loads of names of Greek mythology. We've talked about a lot of them, so it might just be one of those. Or it might just be an ode to bees, because bees are pretty cool, if you ask me. I like bees. Controversial opinion. No? Maybe? I don't know. Wasps? No good. But bees? Good by me. In fact, just bee, whether that be B-E-E or B-E-A, has become quite a popular first name unto itself. So if you love bees, like I love bees, and want to name something after bees, you could use one of those names, but it's a little bit on the nose. You want to be more roundabout about it, I suppose. You could name them Melissa, which shows your love of bees, but isn't quite as obvious. Melissa is the 377th most popular girl's name in the USA and the 254th most popular girl's name in the UK. So this name is on the up, I think. It seems to be pretty popular. It seems to be knocking around at the moment. That's cool. I kind of thought it was on its way out, but if anything, it might be on its way back. I've got 3 famous acting Melissas for you today. This includes Melissa McCarthy, Melissa Joan Hart, and Melissa Rauch. They are from, well, Melissa McCarthy's in all kinds of stuff. I'm sure you know who she is. She was in the Ghostbusters remake. What else is she in? She in Bridesmaids? I think so. She's great. Great actress. Then you've also got Melissa Joan Hart. As mentioned, she was Sabrina, who we can't seem to get enough of here on the channel. I feel like Melissa Joan Hart and Sabrina pops up more often than not. And of course, Melissa Rauch is Bernadette. Did I get that right? I haven't watched Big Bang Theory in ages. She's Bernadette in Big Bang Theory. Howard's wife? Partner? Spoilers, they get married. can you spawn a Big Bang Theory? I don't know. But there's 3 famous Melissas for you. But anyway, that's just about everything you guys need to know about the name Melissa. But what are your thoughts on this name? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you know anyone with the name Melissa? Are you called Melissa yourself? Let me know down in the comments below. And of course, I just want to share some of your thoughts on last week's name of Hermione. Panel Vixen said, how did people pronounce Hermione in their head before hearing it on screen? I had no idea the O was silent. How fascinating. Obviously, I kind of just know how to pronounce the name of Hermione because it's kind of just entrenched in my brain now. But you're right, if you just look at that name, it's one of those ones like, how would you say that? Like, Hermione, like someone could easily pronounce it Hermione because it's kind of like that. Hermione, like fascinating stuff. Like, I can't actually remember where this thing came from. It came from Greek Hermes, that's where it came from. But it's one of those words that kind of like, I guess it's kind of linked to Britain now, Hermione. We have some weird pronunciation versus spelling things. Someone recently asked me how to pronounce the word Suffolk. I say that that's Southwark. I kind of say it's like S-U-V-I-C-K, Southwark. But if you see how that word's spelt, it doesn't look like it's pronounced that way. And Hermione's another example of that. Penny Waldrip said, if you were in ancient Greece, you would absolutely not think, oh yeah, Hermione from that fictional story. Maybe more, oh yeah, Hermione from the church story. Yeah, so I was kind of like, I kind of worked around that because obviously the Greek myths aren't just fictional stories, they were religion once upon a time, still are. I think to a degree this day Hellenism, I think is on the rise in Greece potentially. Like, yeah, why not? Go worship Zeus in 2023. Do it. You do you. But I kind of was like, a name from stories. It wasn't like a name from fiction, but yeah, you caught me out. Well done. And Jan Cooperman said, Hermione Granger's name in Dutch is Hermeline Gliffel. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I strongly believe Hermeline is derived from Hermelinge, meaning stout / ermine, and Gliffel means slate pencil. So Hermione Granger's Dutch name is Hermine Slate Pencil. I probably mispronounced an awful lot of that. Apologies, my Dutch Harry Potter knowledge isn't quite what it used to be, evidently. Maybe I need to do some training on Dutch Harry Potter lore. But yeah, I love the different Harry Potter translation names. There's the whole thing with Voldemort where his name was changed to different anagrams around the world. I should do a video about Harry Potter names across the world. That could be interesting. I might do that one day. Yeah, maybe, if I can be bothered. I don't know. So, last time I asked you guys to suggest names relating to animals. This time, I'm in like a video gaming mood. I want you to go suggest names deeply linked with video games or a name that is linked with a famous fictional video game character. A couple are coming to mind for me right now. Obviously, you got Mario. The name Nico just came to mind as well. If you remember, if you remember GTA 4, terrific game. You know, stuff like that. Not ones just linked to that, but names from video games. You can be like something like Joel or Ellie. You know the kind, just a name linked to a video game character. So go suggest some of those down in the comments below, and I'll pick 3 of those to be put into a poll exclusively for my patrons to vote on. And then the winning name from that poll will be the name covered in the next Fun with First Names video. So if you enjoy the channel, want to help support it, and have a say in what names I explained, go to patreon.com/name explain. There'll be a link down below. You get ad-free videos, you get exclusive content, you get a chance to say what names are explained, you get your name at the end of these videos, all that amazing stuff for just $1 a month. I think that's pretty good. And if you don't want to commit to a monthly donation, which I completely understand, times are tough right now, but still want to financially support Name Explain, go leave a super thanks. It's a great way to make a one-time donation to the channel. That all helps amazingly. Cool. But anyway, that's more than enough from myself. Don't forget to go follow me on Instagram where I'm Name Explain YT, and don't forget to go join the Friends of Name Explain Facebook group where you can chat with myself and many other name nerds. Okay all, take care. Whew, we're done. I'm gonna go lie down. We're recording? Yeah, I think so. This is gonna fall over, I can sense it. It fell over yesterday. My hair's looking weird. Same old. Let's do this. And super thankers? Let's go. So again. This comes to us. Sorry, my brain wandered there. Greeks with the. Okay. It's gone weird. But the reason why we use the Greek. This isn't going well. I've got 3 famous acting Melissas for you guys today. That isn't. Oh, what's it going with? Sorry, I'm absolutely miles away. And you can see how that game, the name Melissa, I'm going to say it again because that came out weird.